Jollof rice is a national treasure. If you're African, specifically Nigerian, Ghanaians, do not be offended. But jollof is goated, and we already know which one is best. That's not why we're here today. Today, I'm giving you a low-carb alternative to classic jollof rice, keeping all of the same smoky flavors, but with something that's more fat loss friendly. That being said, when it comes to your fat loss journey, jollof rice is not the enemy. You need to learn how to plate jollof rice, portion control, in a way where you can still eat rice and hit your fat loss goals. But if you're wanting a bigger, fuller meal, I would definitely recommend having some jollof cauliflower rice. This bangs. We sold thousands of cauliflower rice bowls in my restaurant in Dubai, and today I'm going to show you how you can make it at home using one jollof sauce base, which is also a great meal prep hack. So let's get into it. If you're new here, my name is Bemi. I'm an African fat loss coach, and I help you get snatched while eating all of the foods that you love. So what we're going to do is make our jollof base. This one sauce is going to be for jollof rice and jollof cauliflower rice. I used to use this hack in my restaurant all of the time. To make your jollof sauce, we're going to start by roasting the base. But what you're going to need is some tomatoes, some garlic, you need some ginger. I'm also using some scotch bonnet, atarodo, chili hot pepper. Use with caution. One is what I'm using. We're also going to need some tatashe. This can be substituted with bell pepper, depending on where you live. You're going to need onions, obviously. This is a wild one, but I always add spring onions in my jollof sauce base because it just adds this fragrance, this extra depth of flavor. And then you're going to be needing some stock. Here I have some meat stock. You can use chicken or veg stock, up to you. You're also going to be needing some oil, not all this oil, but you need some oil. And of course, you're going to be needing some tomato paste. Now, in terms of spices, what I have here is a very, very nice selection of spices. You have your chicken stock powder, you have some paprika, you have some white pepper, you have thyme, you have pink Himalayan salt, you have curry powder, and you have bay leaf. In terms of the actual jollof, today we're doing rice. I'm using just this is American rice. And then for the cauliflower rice, you're going to need cauliflower, which you're going to grate into rice-like things. I think sometimes when I hear cauliflower rice, it's kind of rude, but you know what? It works. So what we're going to do is prep all of these ingredients and get them roasting. Let's do it. So now we've chopped up all of the veggies. It looks amazing. I'm going to roast this. This is my hack. If you really want that nice smoky flavor, roast your peppers before you blend them. So to roast, I'm just doing a little bit of oil just to coat the vegetables. You see? Very mindful. So freaking demure. Just to help it roast really nicely. We're going to pop this in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes, and it's going to come out nice, charred, and gorgeous. So while your peppers are roasting, you want to prep the rest of your ingredients. I'm just going to make some cauliflower rice. You need a head of cauliflower. It's really basic. We're going to chop this up, take out the guts, and then you're going to grate it. So this is your rice cauliflower, right? It looks like rice. It's not quite rice, but you get the drift. It's a lower calorie option. And one hack that I actually like is mixing cauliflower with white rice. That way you still get in the rice, but also the cauliflower is like filling it up. Get what I mean? So your peppers are nice and roasted. There should be some nice char on, some of the bits, but it's not burnt, right? What we're doing is actually concentrating the flavors and the moisture. You want to take this and put it into a blender. This is going to become the base of our sauce. So let's make this freaking sauce. You need to heat a pan. This pan has been heating for a while, and now you're going to add in some oil. I'm using about 2 tablespoons of oil here, which is about 4 teaspoons. Very mindful portioning of oil. I'll let my oil heat up for a while. Then the next thing that you want to do is actually to fry your tomato paste. So essentially, you want to grab your tomato paste, put that in the hot oil, and allow it. Yeah, allow it to cook and brown. Once your tomato paste starts browning, you just want to make sure that you turn it around so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Next thing you're going to do is add in your onions. This is an optional step, but I really like that oniony feel of jollof. So I'm adding in some extra onions. Allow that to wilt down and fry. Okay, so once your onions are nice and wilted, you actually want to cook your spices in that oil mix for a bit. So what I like to do is I need to add in my thyme, just a little bit. I also add in some white pepper, a little bit. The exact measurements for everything I'm using is going to be in the description below. You're going to add in some paprika. You're also going to add in some curry powder. Very nice. The entire room should smell very fragrant at this point. A little bit of salt. And then you're going to add in the goat when it comes to jollof, bay leaf. You need only one, but I'm a little extra. Stir all of your spices into that tomato base mix. Once that's going, you're now going to add in your jollof base, right? This is all the blended roasted onions, tatashe, essentially garlic, ginger, everything that we worked on, spring onions. You're going to add this to the sauce. Stir that very nicely. You're going to allow this to cook down, and then we'll taste and adjust for seasoning. Okay, so you know your jollof sauce is ready when it's thick, a bit of oil has started to separate. That's your jollof sauce base. From here, you can actually go on to make jollof rice, jollof cauliflower rice, jollof bulgur, anything jollof, jollof spaghetti. This is the base to use. What I'm going to do is reduce the sauce, and we're going to make our jollof cauliflower rice, and then we're also going to make some jollof rice. So to make your cauliflower jollof, all you're going to need is about a tablespoon of jollof sauce to a cup of cauliflower rice. Those are the ratios I like to use, and you can loosen them depending on your preference. So I'm adding my rice cauliflower directly to the pot. What you're going to do now is mix it up, right? You're going to get your jollof, mix it thoroughly, make sure all of the rice grains are completely coated. Very nice. I like to use a really thick sauce for jollof cauliflower, because if your sauce is too watery, it will just give you soggy cauliflower rice, which nobody wants. So this is the perfect color, the perfect texture. What we're going to do now is allow that cauliflower rice to steam for about 5 minutes, and your jollof cauliflower will be ready. Amazing. Ooh, you want it to cook. If it can smoke up a little bit, it's perfect. So we have the perfect jollof cauliflower right here. It's steamed, it's tasty. You can taste for salt, season, completely up to you. Let's plate it up. Making jollof sauce is such a meal prep hack. I always have some in my fridge because making cauliflower rice will take you like 10 minutes once your sauce is prepped. Now you're going to do your jollof rice. So the jollof rice has a very similar process. The only difference is that we're going to be using some meat stock. So you're going to essentially add your jollof base into your pot. No need for extra oil. It already has some oil in it. Once you have your jollof base in the pot, what you're going to do is add in your washed rice. You're also going to add in some stock, and this is what's actually going to cook the rice alongside that jollof sauce. For jollof rice, NGL, beef stock is literally the best, but you can use chicken, you can use goat, you can use turkey, use whatever you have. I just really like that beef stock jollof rice combo. So you want to mix it all in. You're going to add more stock as the rice cooks as needed. But once that's all mixed in, what I like to do is just taste for flavor. I think this is a bit more salt to cook the rice, so I'm going to add in some salt using my pinky Himalayan. And yeah, we're going to cover the pot, allow this to cook on low heat till the rice is cooked, and then we'll smoke it for a bit. Okay, so once your jollof rice has smoked up a bit, you kind of want it to burn because this is what gives it that smoky flavor. You know that, okay, we are pretty much good to go. There you have it, your perfect jollof rice. And also, even perfecter, but great for fat loss jollof cauliflower rice. Together, this works really well, but I just wanted to give you a low-calorie alternative to jollof rice. Jollof rice is a national treasure. If you're African, specifically Nigerian, Ghanaians do not be offended, but jollof is goated, and we already know which one is best. That's not why we're here today. Today, I'm giving you a low-carb alternative to classic jollof rice, keeping all of the same smoky flavors, but with something that's more fat loss friendly. That being said, when it comes to your fat loss journey, jollof rice is not the enemy. You need to learn how to plate jollof rice, portion control, in a way where you can still eat rice and hit your fat loss goals. But if you're wanting a bigger, fuller meal, I would definitely recommend having some jollof cauliflower rice. This bangs. We sold thousands of cauliflower rice bowls in my restaurant in Dubai, and today I'm going to show you how you can make it at home using one jollof sauce base, which is also a great meal prep hack. So let's get into it. So there you have it. You have your jollof rice, you have your jollof cauliflower rice. I also went ahead and I made some other sides. So these are my air fried plantains, very simple and tasty to make. I also made some peppered goat meat, air fried obviously, and of course I made a salad just to add a bit of more fiber to the plate. So we're going to taste test and see how well we did. I already know it's going to be fire. So let's start with the jollof cauliflower rice. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Okay, it's good. It's cauliflower, but it's spicy, it's smoky, it's tasty. It has a little bit of crunch, and honestly, it's just super. You want to keep going back for more. I'm going to have that with some plantain. So good. I absolutely love this. Oh. Let's move on to the jollof rice because I was stuck on the cauliflower. The thing is, when we say things like cauliflower rice, people are always like, what? The gargate is not like a replacement to jollof rice. But if you're wanting a larger meal, you're wanting to find a more fun way to eat your vegetables, you should definitely try this recipe. So for the jollof rice, I already know it's going to be banging. Oh, so good. It's good. Let me just show you. Food is good. Rice is good. Life is good. When it comes to your fat loss journey, it's all about making the right choices, being smart about how you portion control, and not getting too stuck in the rules, right? Making sure that it fits your lifestyle. And that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and plate a jollof rice bowl. I'm going to plate a jollof cauliflower bowl. Both of them tailor to your fat loss goals. If I was plating a jollof cauliflower rice bowl, this would be my fiber. Once you have your fiber in your plate, you definitely want to add in some carbs. So for that, I'll just be doing some plantains. These are air fried plantains. Few pieces will do very nice. Come on, will do very nicely. And then I would want to add in some protein. So let's add in some goat meat. Okay guys, for all of my hard work, I thought I deserved to serve myself some lunch. I've just built a cauliflower bowl here, jollof cauliflower rice, air fried plantain, some coleslaw, and a whole ton of goat meat. If you've enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, smash that like button. Let's cook together, let's work out together, and subscribe to my channel for more goodness like this. And do not forget, if you want to know how to tailor your meals for African fat loss, you can download my free fat loss guide in the description below.